Hi everyone, my name is Andrew and today I'll be walking you through how to set priority zones within the GroundCloud app. So starting off, today it looks like we have 137 stops to deliver and 188 packages going to that 137. So in the top left hand corner here, there's 3 horizontal lines. We're going to go ahead and press that, and that's going to pull up this menu. And then we're going to hit My Drive. That's going to take us to the map, and this is what you're going to be delivering off of every day. So we can see they are already numbered the way that GroundCloud loads them in. That's how in its system it thinks is the best way to run it. So it looks like we're starting here at 309 South Anderson. But I'm going to go ahead and say that that's not how I want to run this route. I prefer starting on Kittitas Highway here, number 6 road. And then it looks like stop number 44 is actually what I want my first stop to be. So in order to fix that, on this left-hand side, we can see there's 4 little icons: the arrow, the target, the circle with the plus, and it looks like some mountains. We're going to go ahead and hit the circle with the plus, or the third icon down. That's going to pull up our route prioritization menu. And we can see this little finger up in the kind of the middle to left side of the screen is highlighted blue. When it's highlighted blue, anywhere you circle is going to create a priority zone. So this is priority zone and it's labeled 1. To delete that, we're going to hit the back arrow. And to maneuver around the map to get a bigger picture, you go ahead and just click that finger with the blue icon to unselect it. And that now lets you drag and zoom in and zoom out like you normally can to get a better idea of the whole day. So, as I said, I would like to start at Kittitas Highway, number 44. So I'm going to go ahead and click that finger again, highlight it, and then I'm just going to circle that one stop. I like circling one stop at a time to begin with because that lets GroundCloud know that's priority zone 1, that has 1 stop in it. That's going to be my first stop of the day. Now, what I'll do from there is I, again, unselect, zoom out a little bit. Now that I have stop 1 highlighted, I'd like to deliver everything in this. It looks like Fenning, Hobart, Sparrow, Seattle Ave area. So I'm going to reselect my prioritization tool. And now I'm going to circle all the stops I want to deliver in that little neighborhood, including the stop that I circled first. Now what this is going to tell GroundCloud to do, the optimization software, is that it's going to tell it, I want to deliver stop 44 first, and then deliver the rest of those stops in that area according to that being my first stop. Now this is important because I can show you, or let's see, how do we do this? I guess I'll just tell you. If you just circle a big area, let's say I want to deliver this area next. We'll do all of those stops. What it's going to do, GroundCloud has a tendency to take you all the way out to the farthest stop. So let's say the farthest stop is out here at stop 25. It takes you all the way to stop 25, passing all of these previous stops, and then working your way back to, let's say, stop 3 or 4, somewhere around there. And so the way to circumvent that is to circle stop 4, saying that's where I want to start, and then encompassing 4 included with all of the other stops. Now it's going to route you to stop 4 first and deliver the rest accordingly. And that's going to be super important for you to really understand, as that's going to help circling a ton. And it lets you not have to circle, because we can sit here, you know, and we can do this if we really want to and decide exactly how we want to run the day. But that just takes a lot of time. And for routes, these bigger routes, like 137 stops, it really just sucks up way too much of your day. So I'm going to go ahead and exit zoning. I hit the X, exit zoning. That means it didn't save any of the work I did. So let's start over. I'm going to go back here to stop 44, circle, zoom out. And as you do this more, you'll get more fluent with it. But let's get a final answer. So I'm just going to go through the day. I like to run it from this area here on Kittitas Highway, and then run it counterclockwise, and hopefully finish up right there about stop 33, it looks like. So let me do a quick circle job here. Again, circling that first stop in the area is going to route it from front to back rather than back to front. And you can get as specific as you'd like. When there's only a few spots or they're kind of sparsely populated, I like to just circle each one. That way it's guaranteed to run exactly how you want to run it. Now here, I would probably run that stop, pick that one up, then that one. I'm not sure Stop 64 is kind of interesting. I'm not sure if it's off of Canterbury or Thayer. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to circle this whole area to include it. And that's going to let GroundCloud's GPS software be able to decipher what side of the road it's on, and it's going to deliver it how it needs to be. And let's continue. We can go pick up this 10th Ave, and then I'll come back and do these. Looks like we've got a few out on Brook Lane. I missed that brick road. So in the morning, if you've missed a brick road or you've missed a stop maybe, there's not really an easy way to get that one back other than start over. But I'll just leave it there for now, and we will see how it maps it out as we finish up. So let's see, how else do I want to run it? And again, you can get as specific as you'd like. Again, I accidentally created a stop there, so you can see that yellow 18. We don't want that. So I'll just hit the back button to get rid of it. Coming off of Brook Lane to 18th, let's say I want to do that stop first. And then I'm just going to let it tell me how to run the rest of this. Let's say I don't want to cross Walnut. I would like to go out here. Oh, perfect. And how about we just hit those? Here, we can even get more specific. Let's hit those, then go hit that one, and then we'll come back on Airport and grab that stop. Then it looks like, let's do Yellowstone. Yellowstone will be our first stop, and then let's let it decide how we're going to run those. And then now that we've circled this big area, I don't know if it's going to spit me out maybe up here on Helena and Water, or if it's going to have me finish up all the way down here at B Street and 14th. So your next priority zone is what's going to matter in order to map that correctly. So let's say I want to go hit Iowa next. Oh, and that's another thing. If you circle next to it, it looks like it's kind of encompassed, but you can see that red circle is still red instead of blue. That means it didn't get captured in the circling zone. So I will recircle. I want to hit all of those. Let's go ahead and hit this one, that one, since it's a lone stop out there. And it's always important, make sure you zoom out and you haven't missed anything, because it does happen. And if you miss something, that's going to put it at the end of your day because you've circled everything else. So you're going to finish up at 136, and then your last 137th stop is going to be way up here somewhere, you know. So make sure you always zoom in, check. I'm going to let this decide how we run that area. And now I'm getting nitpicky, but if we're delivering off of this one, we're going to come down University Way. So actually, looks like stop 130 there is going to be the first. And so let's get rid of 29. How about we just circle them all? And we'll let it map out. Whoops. We'll let it map out the end of the day for us. So once you've completed and you've circled every stop, I don't see any red markers anymore. So that's a good sign. I'm going to go ahead and hit this check bar down here on the left bottom. And now this may take a second to reroute, but we're just waiting for the priority zones to update. And I'll keep an eye on this stop 44 here. We should see it change to stop 1 in a minute. And there we go. So it's updated. Now, this area isn't great, so we could always fix that later, but you can see it mapped 1, and then it wants me to go all the way up to 2 before working my way back down, whereas maybe I would run it 1, 9, 8, 7, 3, 2. It's having me run it a different way. But again, that's the discrepancy. That's up to the driver and how they want to run it. That's the beauty of delivering for FedEx, is you get to map out your day the way you want to run it. And these blue dots, you know, following in sequential order 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is not necessarily the way you have to do it. You can decide whether it's, you know, maybe it's a busy street, or you know where package number 3 is on your truck. You've already seen the address. Maybe you run up and grab that one. So there's lots of different ways to do it. But I like to go through and check. Let's find, so 1 through 9, it looks like 9 is spitting us back out here on Plum Ridge and Kittitas Highway. So let's find stop 10. 11, so it's mapping us counterclockwise like I wanted it to do, all the way through the 30s, 40s, kind of the middle of town here into the 50s and 60s. We go and pick up that Brick Road one. Takes us back down to Airport, it looks like, and grabs that stop. And keeps mapping us counterclockwise, and finishes up right here, the final stop, East Tacoma and South Anderson. And that's all I have for you today. Yeah. Thanks for watching.